This movie is the reason why I love Tom Hardy so much. Did you guys know Charles Bronson was not allowed to see this movie until 2011, but said if his mother liked it, then he liked it too. Did you guys also know that Charles Bronson apparently shaved off his mustache so Tom Hardy could use it for his own mustache in the movie? What's this movie about? Well, it's about a man wanting to be famous. That's what it's about. And he's willing to spend 34 years in prison to do it. That's the gist of it there. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Review over for all of you that just left. For the rest of you, let's get into it. So, how does he end up in prison, you ask? Well, he robs a post office. Supposed to only spend 7 years, but he continuously makes it hard for them to let him go, and he ends up basically spending 34 years in there, most of that time in solitary confinement. What makes it more interesting is he actually takes on the name of Charles Bronson. If you guys don't know, he's a famous actor back in the 70s mostly. His real name is Michael Peter. There's a few things that make this movie great, though. One is Tom Hardy. Dude is crazy over the top. Like he's such an explosive character in this film. Seriously, there's moments where he's just totally cool and calm, and in a snap, he is vicious. Whoever's in that room with him better leave that room. Kind of vicious. There are many fight scene like scenes here. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like he's like a shark waiting in the waters. He's just waiting for the right time, and then he just starts going at people. He's so good at fighting, in fact. He takes on bare knuckle boxing to the point where he is actually released for a little bit during this time, just for 69 days. And he just takes on like 2 people at once. He's supposed to be like super, just raw, powerful kind of a guy. Crazy. On top of that, Tom Hardy also shows a bit of a theatrical side to Charles Bronson. There's several sequences in here where he's on a stage and he's wearing makeup, or he's got like half woman, half man kind of stuff going on. It's just a trippy view into this real life man's life. Another thing that makes this movie great is the ambiance. It feels very 80s in British prison. You wouldn't think it would be so visually fascinating, but they make it. There's something gray and gritty, but still stylish about the whole thing. It's underworld stuff, man. Like it's gonna transport you into something you likely haven't seen too much of. I feel like this is the first movie that really shows the tough version of Tom Hardy. I think the first thing I saw him in was a Star Trek Nemesis, way skinnier than seeing him here. I think really put him into the tough guy category. Did you guys know Jason Statham was originally asked to play the role of Charles Bronson? I know it's kind of confusing thinking of Charles Bronson, the actor, and Charles Bronson, the British prisoner. But yeah, it sounds pretty cool. Definitely an explosive film. Just a lot of it's a crazy thing to watch. And Tom Hardy personally, I think he was the best vehicle for this film. He embodies a man that knew no limits and didn't care where he was or what he was gonna do. He knew that he could fight his way out or back into solitary confinement. Definitely a solid film. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you later.